Congratulations, you have decided to start your very first startup. Now, the time is to define who is your customer. There are many ways to define it, and there are different type of category which Facebook basically gives you to target when you run an advertisement. But you don't have money, so you will not be running ads, or you will not be running any kind of search ads. There are basically two types of audience. Either it's going to be B2C or it's going to be B2B. If you are not an MBA graduate, don't worry about it. B2C basically stands for business to customer, and B2B stands for business to business. That means that when you sell to a customer, it's actually B2C. When you sell to B2B, that means when you sell to a business, it is basically business to business. Can you sell to business as well as business to customer? Absolutely. It's definitely in your hand that what you want to target it. Well, basically then after that you are going to define that who exactly is your users. Are they Android users or are they iOS users, or maybe both the users? And then you are going to define that who exactly is your audience. That means that are they students, are they going to be the paying professionals, or they are going to be lawyer or anyone else who you want to define. So basically you write it down that these are your exact customers. So for example, let's say that you have a photography app and then you want to advertise it to the photographers. Photographers can use your app and then basically they can edit the images properly. So you are going to define that you are targeting photographers who are in the age of 22 years to basically 50 years, and then you are going to target them one by one. And when you come back to again B2B, here you have small fish and big fish. That means that you have small businesses who will buy your product, and then there are big businesses who will buy your products. So B2B businesses are in different sizes. It can be a single man company, or it can be basically a Fortune 500 company having thousands and thousands of employees. So basically to target them, you have to define that who exactly is your audience, and the bigger company you go, basically it becomes more and more complex to target them. The smaller companies you go, it becomes easier and easier to target. If you want Fortune 500 companies to become your client, you really need to go through a big security checkups, because they really look for you before they sign up for any of the product. They look for security, they look for authority, they look for what kind of reliance you have. Are you a hacker? Are you a malicious guy, or is your software trustable? So after going through so many things and after crossing the CTO barriers, finally you will get to make them as a client if you pass everything. Otherwise you will just slap yourself on your face and come back to target the general audience, which you can really target with the general money. Well, let's go ahead. So you have individual plus teams, and then you have startups, which are again easier to target. Agencies are generally marketing agency or web development agency, web design agency, creative agency. So these agencies generally look for reliable and cheaper options. So if you have a product which is cheaper and competitive to others, definitely you can go ahead and do that. Then comes general businesses. General businesses often give their do social media marketing or IT to the agencies. And again, if you target the agency, you are basically making the general businesses as their client. A lot of general businesses also have their in-house teams, which makes a lot expensive to manage any kind of social media content, web development, or any kind of design work. So basically you have both are the audience, and you need to do the A/B test that who exactly is your audience, and maybe both are your audience. So you should test it out and you should define that. Then comes the corporate. Corporate generally have 500 to 5,000 employees, and their revenue generally goes from 100 crore to 10,000 crores. This is the average number. Don't take it seriously. So 100 to 10,000 crores, basically if you want to target these customers, they will be very specific. They generally don't come through paid ads or social media ads. You basically need to do a lot of connection, like bring them to restaurant, or do any kind of party, or do any kind of connection level marketing to basically bring them in. And once they become your customers, you are rich. Fortune 500 companies, again this is very complex, and you need to have connections as well as your very good product to sell here. And once you have a very good product, you are good to go ahead and present them. They will see everything. They will take years and years to review your contract, and after that they will reject you. Maybe they will approve you. So that's how the whole business audience and research works like. Go ahead and give a like if you liked the whole video, and if you didn't like it, that's absolutely fine. Let me know in the comment section. Give a follow. Bye-bye. I hope that the video was helpful for you in defining that who exactly is your audience, and now you understand that who is your customer. Once you know who is your customer, then it will be easier to do any kind of paid marketing or organic marketing. To know more videos like this, subscribe to the channel or go ahead and follow me.